Imagine walking through streets once filled with life but now echoing only the sounds of decay. Cities that were once the beating heart of the UK's economy are now struggling to keep their foundations intact. Today, we're uncovering 10 UK cities that are falling apart in 2025. From neglected infrastructure to social crises, these cities tell a story of broken promises, mismanagement, and the fight to survive. But are they beyond saving? Watch till the end as we explore the shocking realities and the glimmers of hope that these cities face today. The UK is home to some of the world's most historic and beautiful cities, but beneath the surface, many of them are crumbling, literally and figuratively. Years of deindustrialization, austerity measures, and lack of investment have left their mark. In this video, we'll explore the 10 UK cities that are falling apart in 2025. These cities are grappling with collapsing buildings, poverty, and rising crime. But why is this happening? And more importantly, what can be done to save them? Let's get started. City number 1, Blackpool. Our first city is Blackpool, a once thriving seaside resort that now feels like a shadow of its former self. With some of the highest unemployment and poverty rates in the UK, Blackpool is struggling. The iconic attractions like the Tower and Pleasure Beach remain. But just a few streets away, you'll find crumbling housing, families living in poverty, and one of the UK's worst drug problems. How did Blackpool fall so far? And can its residents ever hope for a comeback? City number 2, Middlesbrough. Next, we head to Middlesbrough, a city that once thrived on heavy industry but is now facing an identity crisis. The collapse of steel production and other key industries has left this city reeling. In 2025, it has some of the highest levels of unemployment and child poverty in the UK. Local businesses are closing, crime is rising, and people are leaving in search of better opportunities. Middlesbrough is a city in freefall, but there are grassroots movements fighting to bring it back to life. City number 3, Bradford. Bradford is a city of contradictions. It's home to a UNESCO City of Film title and boasts a vibrant, diverse population. But behind the headlines, Bradford is struggling. It has some of the UK's worst housing conditions, with many families living in overcrowded and unsafe homes. Schools are underfunded, and job opportunities are scarce. The community is fighting to preserve the city's legacy. But is it enough to stop Bradford from falling apart? City number 4, Glasgow. Glasgow is Scotland's largest city, but it's also a city of stark contrasts. While the city centre and West End are thriving, many parts of Glasgow are still battling the effects of deindustrialization. Some neighborhoods have life expectancies lower than developing countries, and the cycle of poverty seems unbreakable. Glasgow's resilience is inspiring, but in 2025, is the city doing enough to lift its most vulnerable residents? City number 5, Liverpool. Liverpool is a city with an incredible history and a reputation for its resilience. But in 2025, it's clear that not all of Liverpool is thriving. Rising homelessness, struggling public services, and the closure of key community spaces have left many residents feeling abandoned. Can Liverpool's community spirit overcome these challenges, or is the city at risk of losing its identity? City number 6, Sunderland. Sunderland, once a powerhouse of shipbuilding and coal mining, is now struggling to find its footing. In 2025, the city faces rising unemployment, poor transport links, and a lack of investment in public infrastructure. While Nissan remains a bright spot, it's not enough to support the entire city. Sunderland is fighting to reinvent itself, but the question is, will it succeed? City number 7, Hull. Hull was the UK City of Culture in 2017, but that accolade feels like a distant memory in 2025. The city is grappling with economic challenges, with many areas falling into disrepair. Hull's residents are proud and determined, but they need more than just community spirit to rebuild their city. Will Hull get the investment it desperately needs? City number 8, Stoke-on-Trent. Stoke-on-Trent is known as the Potteries, but the decline of its ceramics industry has left deep scars. In 2025, Stoke is battling high unemployment, poor housing, and a lack of opportunities for young people. Community leaders are working hard to revive the city, but can they overcome decades of neglect? City number 9, Newport. Newport in Wales has a proud history, but today it faces significant challenges. The city's infrastructure is crumbling, and many of its residents feel left behind. Despite this, Newport is home to passionate community groups fighting for a brighter future. Can they turn the tide? City number 10, Birmingham. Birmingham is the UK's second largest city, but it's not without its problems. While the city center is booming, many outer areas are struggling with poverty, crime, and poor housing. Birmingham is a city of opportunity, but those opportunities aren't reaching everyone. Will 2025 be the year Birmingham finally bridges this gap? These 10 cities may be falling apart, but they're also home to incredible people fighting for change. From grassroots initiatives to ambitious regeneration projects, hope is not lost. But the question remains, will the UK government and society step up to support these cities, or will they continue to crumble? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What can we do to save these cities? And who is responsible for their decline? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because these stories deserve to be heard.